Hi, and welcome everybody to another edition of the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. I'm Ross Benjamin of RBWins.com. It's Monday, May the 16th, and I got a free pick for you in store in Major League Baseball in a game that takes place on Tuesday the 17th. So keep that in mind, folks. I'm recording 24 hours in advance. Before we get to that free pick, a couple noteworthy items. First of all, if you have not subscribe to our YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for, folks. It's absolutely free to do so. There's no strings attached. There's no contract to be signed. You could opt out anytime you want, even though I don't know why you'd want to do that. I mean, as a matter of fact, I lost on Saturday with the New York Yankees in a 2-1 loss. So that broke a streak, I should say, of 6 straight free winning picks. On top of that, the invaluable information you get in terms of your daily sports handicapping stuff, you could stow away and use at a later day. And the goal here is, whether it be just me or myself and Chip, myself and Doug, or myself and Scott Sprites, or whatever the case may be, we hope that you, by watching this, not only get a free pick winner or winners, but also become a smarter sports bettor today than you were yesterday. So don't forget, hit that subscribe button while you're in there, hit the notification bell, and that assures you that as soon as we put any sports betting video up on this YouTube channel, you'll be alerted immediately. You won't have to keep coming and checking back time after time, since it's not a live show. We're on a very flexible schedule here on a daily basis. But it is a Monday through Friday thing, folks, and we covered games Tuesday through Saturday, whether it be in the NBA or Major League Baseball right now. This week, we're going to focus in on Major League Baseball, since we're down to just 4 teams left in the NBA. Not to say we won't have any NBA videos, but the direction we're probably going to go this week is just on Major League Baseball. Having said that, the NBA playoffs do get underway tomorrow, Tuesday the 17th. The Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. That series will start at Miami. And one thing I found pretty curious here is the Boston Celtics are the lower seed. As a matter of fact, Miami is the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. And yet the Celtics are a -170 money line favorite to win the series. That speaks volumes to me, folks. Keep that in mind. I mean, they're begging you to take Miami, the top seed, as an underdog of somewhere around +140. 150 they're actually at right now. So that seems like a pretty good betting value with all considered, but I always am leery, folks, when things look too good to be true in sports betting. And this is another one of those cases. And then you look at game 1 of the series, the Celtics are a 1.5 point underdog. That's it, in game 1 against a top seed in a conference final. So a lot to look inside the numbers there. I mean, you could either go for the obvious choice or think like a bookmaker who's apparently, in my estimation, is trying to lure you into betting Miami on its series. So I don't know if I'm going to bet Boston, but I'm certainly not going to bet Miami, just because of what I just alluded to. The Western Conference finals get underway on Wednesday with the Dallas Mavericks traveling to San Francisco to take on the Golden State Warriors. Right now, Golden State is a -225 money line favorite to win the series. Dallas is at +185. Game 1 of this series sees Golden State as a 5-point favorite, the total to be 214.5. I know Golden State's a heavy favorite, and it's with no surprise. But I do think Dallas will win at least 2 games in this series. Again, it wouldn't shock me if they pulled the outright upset here, but, you got to like Golden State's chances. Their core group of players have been there and done that, and that should pay dividends at this time of year. If I'm not mistaken, this is Luka Doncic's first ever conference finals. So decided advantage and experience there for the Golden State Warriors. That opening line of 5 and 214.5, it seems about right. This is a series, you don't know what you're going to get from either one of these teams. Dallas is a good defensive team, but a lot of the numbers in which they keep teams down to low scores are more a result of the slow pace in which they play at offensively. And then you combine that with some stellar defense. It's not like they're one of the best NBA defensive teams that's coming along in centuries. Just keep that all in mind. And Golden State has already proven throughout the course of the season, they could play any style you want to play at. You want to slow it down, they could play half court with you. If you want to go transition and speed the pace up, they certainly are a willing combatant in that regard as well. So 2 interesting series in the conference finals. We're going to see some new blood possibly in the NBA finals. So that'd be a little bit refreshing, although Miami was just in the NBA finals during the COVID year. The Celtics, it's been quite a while. I can't recall the last time. I believe the last time they were in the finals is the team that featured Paul Pierce. Who else on that team? That defensive specialist, Ray Allen, was also on that team. And then a couple other guys. Perkins was a center on that club as well, Kendrick Perkins. So anyway, let's get to the baseball pick. And that comes in the game between the Detroit Tigers and the Tampa Bay Rays. And again, folks, we're recording on Monday the 16th. The game I'm giving you as a free pick. It takes place on Tuesday the 17th. The opening pitch is slated for 7:10 p.m. Eastern time. Detroit is slated to go with right-hander Bo Bresk, and it'll be a left-hander for Tampa Bay in McClanahan. And boy, oh boy, has he been tough. McClanahan, as a matter of fact, 5-1 to the under this year in 6 starts with a 2.52 ERA and an 0.92 WHIP, averaging a shade over 5.5 innings per start. He's also fanned at 58 batters and only walked 10 in 39 1/3 innings pitched. So this guy is definitely a power pitcher that can get himself out of a lot of jams, and his numbers all bear that in mind. Tampa Bay, the last 7 games offensively, they've really struggled. As a matter of fact, the Rays have averaged during that 7-game stretch just 2.4 runs scored per game and an atrocious 484 OPS, which is, for those of you who don't know what OPS is, it's on base percentage plus slugging percentage. And the higher that number is, the better your OPS is. And you know, in the high 700s, teeters on being very good. When you reach 800, it's definitely good. And you start approaching the mid 800s, then it's really good. But 484 is, I mean, anything lower than 700 is terrible. When you get into 484, that's horrible. So the Rays, for whatever reason, are struggling offensively. The run production certainly bears that as well. And this is also a Rays team that's gone 12-7-1 under the total at home this year. Their bullpen has pitched very well at home, not so much on the road, but at home a 3.08 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP. That's very good. Detroit, they entered this week having gone 10-1-1 to the under in their last 12 games. Remember, when I say entering this week, Detroit and Tampa Bay are scheduled to play game 1 of this series on Monday, and I'm previewing game 2 on Tuesday. So keep that in mind. I don't have the result. Obviously, the game hasn't even started, the opening game of this series at the time of my recording. So as of Monday morning, Detroit has gone 10-1-1 to the under in their last 12. Bo Bresk, not a lot of people have heard him. That's because he just got called up from Toledo for the first time earlier this season. In his first 4 Major League Baseball starts, he's held himself up pretty well. I mean, a 3.86 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, and averaging a little more than 5 innings pitched per start. I think the Tigers would have signed up for that when they called him up from Toledo. As a matter of fact, those numbers are actually better than the numbers he posted that AAA ball in Toledo in his 2 starts there earlier this season. The Detroit bullpen, not a lot of people talk about it. It's, Detroit's got this horrible record. I think they're 12-24 as we speak, but it's not so much that their bullpen has not been the culprit, I should say. I mean, you look at the Detroit bullpen, 2.73 ERA and 1.08 WHIP for the season. That's really good, folks. Problem with Detroit is they can't hit their way out of a paper bag since the season began. And in addition to their starting pitching has really killed them as well. So having said all that, Detroit has also gone under the total in 11 of 14 road games this year, heading into this series here against Tampa Bay. I'm going to go under the total here, folks. Detroit and Tampa Bay under 6.5. I know it's a low number. I'm not going to let it scare me away. And there's certainly good reason for this number being this low. So I'm going Detroit and Tampa Bay under the total of 6.5. That's my free pick for Tuesday, May the 17th in Major League Baseball. Be sure to check my website, folks. These free picks are great. I've hit 6 of my last 7. But, at the end of the day, if the pick was good enough, I would be selling it and giving it to my paying clients. Okay, so doesn't mean I don't want to win with these free picks. We've had this discussion time and time again. Look, we've hit 6 of our last 7. At the end of the day, though, the paid selections over a long course of time, you're talking since April 1st, just for example, 68-40 in all sports with my paid premium selections at rbwins.com. That's 63%, folks, 68-40. The NBA, since the calendar turned to April as well, 34-16 since that time, 68%. And that'll make you a lot of money, especially when my 10-star top plays in the NBA, which are my best bets, which I never give out more than 1 of those in a day. And there's several days I give out none. The NBA 10-star top plays, how about 13-2 with my last 15 and 19-4 with my last 23, the latest of which I hit with the Boston Celtics in Game 7, laying the 5 points over the Milwaukee Bucks. Also, Major League Baseball, don't forget that. 20-9 with my last 9 in Major League Baseball, good for 69%. And folks, I never ask you to lay heavy juice in Major League Baseball. I very rarely approach minus 140. I'll never say never, okay, because there are exceptions to the rule. But for the most part, you're not getting big chalks from you. Reasonably sized money line favorites, underdogs, and totals. And again, if it's a big chalk that I really like, 99.5% of the time, I'm going to lay the run line with it and try to get yourself plus money or a cheap price. So, and lower your risk. So there you have it, folks. And since April 1st as well, it just so happens I started a special that I'm going to keep. I don't see it changing anytime soon. The single game and multi-game packages at my site are guaranteed now. So what that means is whatever your purchase price is, if you don't make a profit, whether it be a single game or multi-game package, I will match your purchase price and credit it back to your account. So you could use that any which way you like for future purchases. Now, here's the other part of the equation. If you have not registered at the site, at my website, that's rbwins.com, and you're coming to these and getting these free picks, I don't know why you wouldn't register at my site, get $100 in free credit just for signing up and being brand new to the website. And you could use that $100 toward any purchases you like. I just would ask, folks, if you're realistically, you can look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm going to do this, but I got no intention of paying Ross. I don't care how good he does. I would ask you, don't even bother, okay? But if you're on the fence, if you're somebody who just wants to test the waters, Again, all my picks are documented, folks. So whatever records I just gave you right now, which are pretty impressive in both the NBA and Major League Baseball, you can confirm that at any of the websites I currently post at. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. My website's rbwins.com. Give us a like. It would be deeply appreciated as a small token of your appreciation. Again, we work hard on these videos and we want to give you the best stuff. And hopefully you agree that's what's occurring. In any event, until the next time, for Ross Benjamin, I'd like to wish each and every one of you all the very best. Good luck and God bless, folks.